you. I always feel like I'm cut off. I probably need to lower this, but it's going to be what it is today. So welcome back. It is late in the afternoon, almost 5 p.m. I've been sewing on that rug that I wanted to get done so that there's a matching rug for our bathroom. So I did get it done. It gave me fits today and I'm not happy with it, but the only other thing to do would be rip it all out, and what I have to rip out is how it's sewed on the tubes. So it is only on one side, so that side's upside down, and Mr. Jerry and I are the only ones who see it. So anyways, I'll post a picture, and it's in our bathroom. I did finish the cats' beds, blankets. They have no desire for them. If I lay it over their other bedding, they just kind of look at it and then they'll lay on something different. But if I remove it, then they'll lay right on it. So, but we're just going to lay them out and hopefully they'll get used to them, you know. But Mr. Simba's this is a rag quilt that I did for the kitties. Mr. Simba's is this one right here. It's just 8 by 8 squares out of flannel. Nothing matches really, but oh well. He doesn't care because he doesn't want anything to do with it. So I'll just lay it on the floor beside me where he always is. And then Miss Nala's with her owls and everything. Is that the right side? That's the back. Oh no, that's the right side. Yep. And Miss Pat, you asked about the edges, and all I did was I sewed that seam all the way around the edge, and then I just clipped them. But once you wash and dry everything, you can see how this frayed, and that's what it's supposed to do. And like I said, the back is all smooth, but somebody must be walking outside because Miss Nala, yep, there's a gentleman walking outside with his big old dog. I can't tell you what kind of dog. If I had to guess, I'd say it's a pit bull. Our little neighborhood, I would love to be able to walk around, but he's right as we go around. He's very good with his dogs, like I said before, but he's got a couple pitties, and then the neighbor next to him, they have 2 adult autism boys, and the last week, every morning you can hear them just screaming, and I just don't know how they do it, bless their hearts, but something usually something's upset them lately, and we don't know what, but it'll last a good 10-15 minutes, and they're usually outside. And if they see you, they'll say hi and stuff, but, you know, you just never know. But, so, today I got that rug done. I haven't done too much else. I did not knit. Our Lions played last night, and they beat the Ravens, woohoo, big time. That was a top game. And I crocheted. I crocheted some snowflakes. I usually do every year for the 2 families ornaments, and so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do for right now, because I only have 2 of each, I'd like to do, I think, 4 of each crocheted ones. And then I might cross stitch some like I did the year before on a sled, a little mini sled. And so, because the grandkids will want their own, but they really don't care about that. So I will just put little strings and hooks on them, but this is the first one right here. Maybe if I can hold it like this. And I will take pictures that you can see better. And then this would be the second one. And this is on the really thin doily thread, and I used a US 2 on these. So, and I have a third one of, I have another one of this one that is almost done, and then I will make another one of this, so at least there'll be 2 for the adults and stuff. But other than that, I haven't done too much. I don't know, you know, sometimes we get into our own heads of our thinking and stuff, and sometimes the thinking isn't good. And sometimes life just gets overwhelming, and no matter what you do, it's still there. And so I just felt last night overwhelmed by my diet, this diabetic diet. I can't seem to eat 34 points and hit 1,500 calories. If I haven't even hit 1,500, but I've been within 50 of it, so it's pretty close. But if I do that, then I've ate like 40 to 41 points in the day. And they're not bad stuff either. And it's more protein, but it's just, like I told my friend Lainey, I just feel like nothing's free anymore. So everything has points, and it gets discouraging. And then you start to think, am I going to lose the weight because I need to be in a calorie deficit, but I need to not starve my body? On and on and on. And then, you know, I've been making my own Greek yogurt, and now, I mean, instead of 0 points, it's points. And it's almost, the fage that he buy at the store for me is 2 points now instead of 0, but my homemade is 4 points. You know, every point adds up. And then he's been really wanting lasagna, and so he'll be making lasagna tonight. And I think I've got 7 points left. Do you think I can have lasagna? I'm going to have lasagna, and I'm going to count it because I'm already negative 24. You know, it's just that I'm not an egg person, so, you know, I have fruit smoothies with yogurt in it and protein powder. And Jerry said, well, you know, your smoothies are pretty big. They're filling that thing up, which is 22 ounces. And I said, but Jerry, I'm only putting in today a half a cup of milk, a half a cup of Greek yogurt, a half a cup of blueberries, half a cup of strawberries, and a cup of baby spinach. And I still had to add water to it because it was really thick. And then the protein powder, which I don't like about it, it makes your smoothie foamy. And when you put baby spinach in it, it's all that added volume. And he sat there and he watched me do it, and he saw right where everything was. Oh, and a half a frozen banana. And it fills it right up. And I says, but I said, if I was to eat this separately, if I got out a plate and I put all, you know, the half cup of yogurt down with, let's say, the strawberries, the blueberries, and then mix my protein powder, let's say, in the milk, which is 4 ounces, and the yogurt, and then had a side of baby spinach, I mean, that's not a lot, really. And like I said, I'm not an egg person. I don't know, I used to be an egg person. Maybe I've ate them for a long, long time, and now I just know that I just can't eat eggs like that. And they have to be scrambled. If they are fried, I think it's because one time at a restaurant I got a runny white egg and it made me sick. And so, but you know, everything has points. Eggs don't, they're still free. But everything else, it seems like, does. So it's been in my head today to the point where I don't like it because it makes me emotional. I'm still doing what I'm supposed to be doing. You know, I'm trying not to eat, you know. If I'm not hungry in between lunch or breakfast and lunch, I should not sit there and say, oh, you better eat a little protein something to bump up your calories, because that's what got me into this bigger size, was just eating because I was bored or I felt like I should eat. So I don't know, it's just one of those days, I guess. We didn't go to bed real early because of the game, and it was like 1 o'clock. And then Jerry was up and down going to the potty. He never, only gets up maybe once, and he was up 4 or 5 times. Every time he got up, it woke me up. And you know, and then he got up about 8, and he said I was sleeping really hard. He says, you were snoring. I'm thinking, well, probably, but you know. And I got up about 9 and had my smoothie. I think it was 10 points instead of the 14. We had a chicken salad. When I say chicken salad, it was, you know, your bag salad that was a garden bag, which has all the veggies in it. And we had cooked up some extra chicken, and so I had 3 ounces of chicken in that. And I, you know, weighed out everything, and I had some raisins, half the, you know, like two tablespoons, and a small apple, and a half an ounce of shredded cheese, and what else did it have? Croutons. I think that was it, plus the dressing. And I think that was 9 points. And I did have a snack earlier on. I had like 6 almonds, and then I had 5 pretzels. That's all I've had today for a snack. He's going to have the lasagna. I know I'll have to figure up how much points and everything. But yeah. So anyways, I'm gonna let you go. You know, I almost didn't record because I don't like recording on stuff like this, and but I did, didn't I? So anyways, Jerry's back. He ran over to my mom's He's taken a featherweight sewing class on Saturday on how to maintain it. Mine was serviced not a year ago, in the spring. So mine wouldn't work, but my mom, we had gotten her one for her birthday one year, and of course she can't use them anymore, but hers doesn't want to work, so she's going to let him take it, so they'll fix it, and he'll know how to clean it and all that stuff, so he knows how to do that. So he just got back home, so I'm going to let you guys go, and tomorrow will be a better day, I know. I hope you're doing well. Thanks again for stopping by. Until we can meet again. See you soon.